Hi and welcome to PSD to HTML convert tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to convert this PSD file into HTML and CSS. So let's get started. First I will show you a couple things in Photoshop you need to know before we jump into coding. Okay, I'm using Photoshop CS6. First thing I'll show you is this panel on the right side. This panel, you can see this layers tab. This panel you get when you click on this window, and these layers should be checked. So if you don't see this panel with these layers, click window and check these layers. Okay, in this window tab you can also see different things. For example, you can select this character and this window will appear. In this window you can change font family, you can change type of font if you want to be regular, italic, bold, italic. You can change size of font, okay, and you can change color of font. You can change also another things. Okay, next thing I'm going to show you is these rulers and these green lines. Okay, we have this ruler on left side and this ruler on top side. You get this ruler when you click on this view and these rulers. Okay, also you have these extras. These extras are these green lines, and these green lines are used by web designers to create layout of their work. Okay, because I already downloaded this template, I didn't create these extras. If you want to create your own extras, you have these rulers on left side and on top side. Click on this and drag into your work, also from top to the bottom. And that's how you can adjust your extras. Okay, I don't need these extras, so I will return them. So as you can see, on the left side we have these icons. This icon is select icon, and I can see what is width from this first green line to this last green line. So click and you must select inside template, so inside and select, and as you can see it is 1200 pixels. So width of our container, where we are going to put all of our elements inside, is 1200 pixels. Okay, another thing I'm going to show you is there is a shortcut to remove these extras, that is Ctrl-H if you're on Windows, and then again Ctrl-H, as you can see in here. Here it is, Ctrl-H, and for rulers is Ctrl-R. Okay. Another thing I'm going to show you is this layers panel. As you can see, we have these three layers: header, main, and newsletter. And next to each layer on the left we have this eye icon. When you click on this icon, if eye is on, you can see layer. If you don't have this eye, layer is off. Okay, and one important thing is how we can extract images from template. We can do it by this way. Let's extract this circle image, this first. So inside our main layer, this is our main layer, from here to here, let's click on this arrow, and inside here you have these four actually folders, but we are interested in this with number 1. That's that that disappears. Okay, click on this arrow, and here you have this layer 2, and that is our image. Okay, to extract this image, right click on here, click convert to smart object. Okay, and again right click, and here click on this edit contents. Click this. Okay, new tab will open, and in here click this file, save for web, or this shortcut Alt Shift S if you're on Windows. Okay, and here select your select this. If you want JPEG, PNG, we want PNG 24, and click this save. Okay, let's save this image for now on desktop. Let's call it image 1. Okay, and that is how we can extract images from our PSD file. Okay, enough of Photoshop. Let's jump into coding. Now let's jump into coding. Okay, open your favorite editor. I'm using Visual Studio Code. Inside here I will open my folder that I have on desktop, this PSD2 HTML. Okay, inside this, so inside this folder I will create a new file, index.html. Okay, type HTML, and here you will see this 5, press tab, and you will get this template. Let's give it title, PSD2 HTML. Okay, now I can open this file by going into that folder, PSD2 HTML, and in here I can open this file. But I want to open this file slightly different, so I will click this file, find these preferences, and find extensions. In here type live reload. Okay, and you will see this live server. I already installed this extension, so install this extension, close your editor, your Visual Studio Code, and open again. And next time we change something in our file, we don't need to reload every time we change something. We don't need to reload in our browser, because we installed that extension. It will automatically reload in our browser. Okay, so to use that extension, right click on this page, and you have this open with live server. Click this, and our live server will open with this page, index.html. Okay, great. Let's go back in our editor, and now let's start creating our template. First thing, as you can see, this is header, this white section, so we are going to use header tag. Let's give this header ID top. Okay, as we said, width from this first green line to the last is 1200 pixels, but as you can see, we have this little space from this to this green line, and also from this to this. So our let's select from this second green line to this line, and as you can see, width is 1170 pixels, so we have 30 pixels left from that 1200. So this space is 15 pixels from left and 15 pixels from right. So this container will have width of 1170 pixels. Okay, so let's put this container inside our header. Let's give this div class of that container. Okay, next thing, as you can see with this we have this, we can press Ctrl plus to zoom in our template, or Ctrl minus to zoom out. Okay, and here you see that we have this text from left and this navbar from to right side. So let's create two divs. We will put this text in one div and this navbar in second div. Okay, so let's create that two divs. Let's give first class of left header, and let's give second class of right. Okay, super. Okay, inside this first left header we have this text and this text. So to see what is font size of each of these texts, select let's find it, this T, or just press T. So click on this text, this will show up, click on K. We don't have that panel, click this window, character, and inside here, so I'll show you one more time, click on this text. Okay, and you can see that our font size is 36 pixels for this text, and that color is this. Okay, I will not write CSS right now. I will just show you how can you see size of your text and color. Okay, let's put this text in H2 tag. So H2, press tab, and you can extract your text from here. Just click on that text and then select your text, press Ctrl C to copy, and in here paste it. Okay, then we have another text. We have this orange text. I will zoom in a little bit so you can see. Okay, and again click on text. Okay, select text, copy and paste it. Okay, save it. And if you go back to our page to our browser, you can see that I didn't reload the page. It automatically reload because I installed that a live server extension at the beginning. Okay, let's now fill our second div. So I will zoom out a little bit. So inside this div, as you remember, that's that right header div, we'll have sorry, a list of elements. So first is this. Click on it, select. Okay, we have, as I saw, 4 more to go. Yes, we have this. Okay, then the next one. Okay, now we have this. Okay, and the last one I will just type in. Okay, and that is our header. Let's go back. This is our header. We want to have this this white section, so let's style our header. Okay, inside this folder, main folder, let's create a new folder. Let's call it CSS. Inside CSS, let's create a new file. Let's give it name of main.css. Okay, let's now link this file to this file. So let's do it like this. Type a link, press tab, and now we need path to our main.css file. So it is in this CSS folder. So CSS / name of file main CSS. Okay, save it. Okay, now let's style our header. Okay, first I will reset CSS. That's basically putting default values for most of the elements in HTML page. So inside your browser, type CSS reset. Okay, let's find let's click on this, for example. Let's find CSS and let's use this. I will copy this. Did I copy everything? Okay, and let's paste this. Okay, we miss our bracket. Okay, excellent. Now let's first begin styling this container. Okay, as I said, sorry, let's first style our header with this ID. So if you have ID inside our CSS, we access that ID with this sign. So this sign and this. So because we have this top, if we have class, we access with dot. Okay, because this is ID, we'll access like this. So top. Let's give it a background of white, because we want our header to be white, like this. Let's give it a couple things more. Top left, width will be 100%. Okay, position will be relative, and let's get padding of 45 pixels from top and bottom, and left pixels from left and right. Okay, now let's give our container CSS. As you remember, our container is width of this. So from this first green line to the last, we have 1200 pixels, but we have these little spaces between these two and these two. As you remember, that's 15 pixels here and 15 pixels from here. So 1200 pixels minus 30 pixels is 1170 pixels. As you can see, when I select, in this little box that appears, you can see this W letter, and it says 1170 pixels. Okay, so our container is having that width. So our container is class, not div, so we don't want this sign, we want this sign dot. Okay, container, and this container will have max width, as I said, 1170 pixels. Okay, it will have margin 0 auto because we want to center this div inside this whole page. Okay, and you remember that I said we have this little space. This is 15 pixels from left and 15 pixels from right, so we'll have padding of 0 pixels from top and bottom and 15 pixels from left and right. Okay, and let's give another thing to container. Let's give this after, so we want to clear everything after this element. We don't want to have any overlapping with another element, so we'll give it content of this, sorry, like this. It will have display. Okay, and I will give it clear on both. Okay, let's see what we got. We don't need this anymore. And here it is. I will right click on page, inspect. This window will open up. We have this head and body, open body. We have this header, that's our header. And as you can see, header is centered and max width of 1170 pixels. Okay, now let's style these two divs from left and from right. Okay, so let's go back to our editor. Next, I will give this container position relative, so top, this, I want to access this container, so id top and class container, so id top, class container. I will give it position relative. Okay, alright, now let's style these two divs, this div and this div with this navbar inside. This first div is this with this class left header, so let's style that first div, so top with that class. We want to float on the left, as you can see. This we want on the left and this we want on the right. Okay, on the left. Now let's style these two tags, this h2 and this p. So copy this h2. Let's see what h2 is, size and color. Click on this text, it has this color, copy color and 36 pixels. Okay, font size 36 pixels and color, paste that color. Okay, let's style then that p tag. We are styling this p tag, and that p tag is this orange text. Okay, click on that orange text and you will see it has 16 pixels and this color. Okay, so font size 16 pixels and color is this. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, this is that we got this list. We haven't styled yet, so let's style it. So we styled this left header div, so now let's style this right header div. So type this, it has this class. Okay, we want to go on the right, so float right. Okay, and now it's on the right, but we have this vertical list, we want to be horizontal, like in here. So let's style that list now. I'll copy this, and that UL is this UL. Okay, this UL, as you can see, it has these dots. I don't want these dots, so I will add list style none. Now it's gone. Okay, let's style now allies inside a list. Okay, copy this like this. Okay, and let's give it a display inline, so it can be horizontal, that list. Okay, let's see what is size of that text. Click on text. Okay, it is 18 pixels. Click on color, copy color. So font size 18 pixels, color, paste that color, and let's give it space between text. As you can see, we have these spaces between each text. Let's give it padding left, let's give it 15 pixels. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. We have this arrow, we have some that we don't want. Okay, we don't want this. Okay, this is now just a text. We want to be this represented as a link, so we will add anchor tag for each of these ally tags. Okay, inside here we will add that anchor tag. Okay, I will add this sign when you click on this text that it doesn't lead anywhere. Okay, we'll do that for each element. Okay, the last one. Okay, let's save it. And now we have this line below this text. It has this purple color, and we have this hand as a cursor. When we click on that, we have this symbol. It doesn't lead anywhere. So let's style this list now. Let's go back to our main CSS. Okay, copy this. Now we are styling that anchor, these 5 anchors. Okay, color is like this. Okay, we don't need this actually anymore because we are styling anchors now, so I will delete this. Let's see it. Okay, Okay, let's just leave it for now. Okay, so we have this color. Now we will add padding. Let's add some padding, 5 pixels, and let's get rid of this line. So text decoration, let's say none. Let's save it, and here it is. We have one thing to do in this section, is to add this orange rectangle on hover. So let's do that. Copy this, paste, let's say on hover. We have background, and background is this color. You can also see what color is by selecting this eyedropper tool, or press I and click on this color, and here we will have that color. Okay, copy that color. Okay, as you can see, text is on hover white, so give it color of white. Let's give it padding also 5 pixels, and we have rounded rectangle, so let's give it border radius. Let's say 10 pixels. And here it is. It looks pretty good. Okay, we finished this first. I also mark so you can see a little better. We finished this first layer, header, as you can see. Now we are going to start working on this main layer. Okay, let's start working on this layer. We are going to use a new tag in HTML5. It is called main. So inside our main tag we are put all of our content. Okay, let's jump into editor. After header tag we will use main tag. Okay, let's give this main tag class of homepage. Okay, and let's add new div. This div will have ID of main wrapper. Okay. Okay, inside this div main wrapper, so we have main tag. Inside that main tag we have that div main wrapper with ID main wrapper, and inside that div we will have this container where we are going to put this this content. Okay, so let's add div with class of container. Okay, as you can see, we have this content. This is going to be our one div. This is going to be second div, and here below where is this button, it is going to be 3 divs. So inside container we are going to have 3 divs, this and this where is button. Okay, let's create first div. So let's create our first div inside container. Let's give it class of main text. So this div with this class main text is this div where we have this text and this text. Okay, let's add those two texts. get h2. We will use this text. As I said, click on text and then select text that you want and copy. Okay, I will paste here. Below I will have paragraph tag. Also you click on this T, click here, okay, and select text that you want and copy. Okay, and that's our first div. I will make a little space so you can see better. Okay, let's now style our main tag and this and this that we done so far inside this main tag. Okay, let's go to our main CSS and we'll say main. This main is referred to this main. Let's say clear. We don't want any overlapping. Clear both, and let's add also after. As we did before with this container, we will add also content nothing. We'll say display table and clear both. Okay, after that we want to add this picture to this main wrapper div. Okay, now we need to pull this picture from this Photoshop file. We do that just as I showed you in the first minutes of this video. So to repeat one more time so you can understand better, go to layer, there is that picture, find that picture, there is that picture, this is that big picture that we want. Okay, right click on picture, convert to smart object, then edit contents. Okay, before we save this picture, let's first create a new folder inside our main folder, and we will call this folder images. This is folder where we are going to keep our images. Oh, it went into CSS, sorry, delete this folder. Okay, and this folder must be in here, in this main PSD to HTML. So new folder. Okay, now it's good, images. Okay, it is good now. Okay, so this folder, as you have this CSS folder, you have this images folder. Okay, now we want to save this image inside that folder we just create. To do that, click File, Save for Web. This picture you can save as JPEG. Save it, and let's go to our folder, and inside images let's call this image main EMG. Okay, save it. We don't need this. We don't need this also. Okay, now let's put this image inside our main wrapper div. So we are hitting home page class. This homepage class is this homepage class, and inside this main tag there is this div with this ID. So this ID main wrapper, and we are going to put background image. Okay, we need URL of that image. URL is inside this images folder. So now we are inside CSS folder. So we need to get out of CSS folder, go into images folder, and select that image that we want. Okay, I will say background. Just to find background repeat, I will say no repeat. I will also use background size. I will say cover, and I want minimal height. Let's see what is height of this image. So select this tool, and let's see. Minimal height is 1320 pixels. So min height will be this. Okay, let's see what we got. And here it is. I will open to inspect this element, and as you can see, it is just the same design as we are seeing in here, because when I select this whole page, you can see that width is exactly 2000 pixels, and inside my browser, when I click on this mobile icon, it gets blue, and in here I can select what resolution I want, or what device I want. For example, I can select iPhone 10, I can select Galaxy S5, and I can select this responsive, and in here I can type what dimensions I want. I want 2000 width, 2000 pixels width. Okay, and this is our design for this template. So as I said, width of this page is 2000 pixels, and I set to be 2000 pixels in our browser. Also, I forgot to lower down this navigation bar. I will do that now. So let's find it. It's here. I will add margin top 20 pixels, and now it looks better. Okay, next thing that I'm going to do is just to find, let's what we'll do now. Let's now create this div with these three images. Okay, below this div with class main text, we will add new div with class, I will call it main sections. Okay, inside that div we have these three sections. They are the same, but we will make that they all this and this have width of 30%, and that this middle one has margin left and margin right of 5%. So when you sum it, these three divs will exactly be 100% width. Okay, and they will have the same class. So let's create those three divs with the same class. I will call this class column, and we need two more. Okay, inside that divs, that three divs, we first need these images. So let's pull these images from this template. So we need to first find those images. As you can see, we have these three folders inside our main layer. This first folder with number 1 is this first, second is second, and third is third. Okay, first let's use this image. So we'll convert to smart object. Then we are going to edit contents. Okay, I will use shortcut Ctrl+Shift+Alt+S as shortcut for Windows. Okay, I will select PNG24, save inside our images folder, and I will save it as column 1 image. Okay, let's do also with these two other images. So inside this folder, let's convert this image also to smart object, edit contents. Okay, so Ctrl+Shift+Alt+S to save it. It is PNG24, save it as column 2. Okay, don't want it anymore, and we have third image to pull. So inside this third three folder, we have this layer. Also convert to smart object, edit contents. You can also do like this, file, save for web, and save it. And I will call this column 3. Okay, now we have images that we need. So let's create image tag inside each of these three divs. So inside first we need image tag. Source will be images folder / column 1. We call that first image like this. Okay, after that we need this text and this text. Let's give this text h4, and let's get this text. So click this T, click on text you want. I want this. Okay, and select that text you want. Copy that text, paste it here. Okay, then we want what we want. Then we want this text below. So process is the same. Click on text and select that text and copy. Okay, I will make a little break in here so I can see better. Okay, I need to do that for two more divs. First, with this div I need to insert picture, also sources images / this, and let's give it also alt. So we need this we don't need it, but it's good to have description of our image. So first image will have description. We'll have description. What we'll call this image? Let's say sandwich. Okay. Next one will have ice cream. Okay, that's the second image. We also need that text. This text. Okay, and paragraph text. Okay. I will shorten this a little bit. Okay. Here. Okay. And let's add image and text to this third column div. So first image tag, image source, also images, and description will be, as I said, burger. Let's add also text. Okay, and the last text is here, this. Okay, super. Let's save it. Let's see what we got. Okay, now we need to style our images, our text. Basically, we need to style these 3 divs inside that these main sections div. Okay, let's do that now. Let's go back to our main CSS. Okay, inside here we need to give this container this container, we need to give position relative. Okay, let's do that. Okay, then we are going to hit that main wrapper. This is that. So we are hitting a home page, main wrapper, and this container. Okay, let's give it position relative, and let's put this div down. So let's select our tool, and from here to here we have approximately 495 pixels. Okay, so let's add top this. Okay, now inside our main text div we want this text, this and this, to be centered. So I will I can also access like this, main wrapper, then main text, and I will give it text line of center. So I'm centering these 2 lines of text. Okay, Then I want to style this to text, so let's first style this bigger text. It has 72 pixels and color white. That is this this H2. Okay, so I can copy this. H2. As I said, font size is 72 pixels. Color is white. Okay. Now let's style that other text. Let's style this text below. It is 30 pixels and also white color. So I can copy this. Font size 30 pixels and color also white. Okay, let's see what we got so far. Okay, this is that text that we, as you remember, this is that 495 pixels. I will show you in this way. So okay, this top, as you can see, with this position relative and this top, I'll put down this container to be in this position. Okay, next thing we are going to style is our main sections div. This div where all of our three same divs are placed. Okay, let's style this main sections div. So inside main wrapper, let's style that main section. Main sections, sorry. Okay, and let's give it margin top. Let's give it 85 pixels. Also give it clear both. Content. This. And let's say display table. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see what we got. We have this. Now let's style these three divs. Okay, I will copy this and edit column class. Now we are styling these three divs with the same class. Okay, let's give them float left, width of 30%, and let's you can see that inside these three divs text is aligned, so let's give them text align center. Okay, and in here I will give this second column ID of, let's give him ID second column. Okay, I'll save it. And I will style now that second column. I'll copy this and access that second column. Okay, and as I said, these three divs will have width of 30%, and this div in the middle will have margin left and margin right of 5%, and that three divs 3 times 30% is 90%, and that this plus 5 and plus 5 is equal 100%. Okay, so margin left 5% and margin right 5%. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have. Let's save it. And here it is. We have these three images aligned horizontally. Also this text is black, so we don't see it very well. Let's fix that. Okay, we will fix that by adding style. We have this H4, so we need this and H4. This H4 is this H4 that we are styling. Okay, let's go back to our Photoshop file, zoom a little bit, click here. Okay, font size 30 pixels, color white. Okay, so font size 30 pixels and color white. Okay, and let's give him, I would say it has bold font weight, so give him font weight bold. Okay, let's style now this paragraph. Okay, 50 pixels, color white. Copy this font size 15 pixels, color is going to be white. Let's save it. Let's see what we got. Okay, we have this. Let's add a little space between rows in this paragraph. We will do that by adding line height. So line height, let's add 2, and let's give him little space between this title. So let's add this paragraph margin top of, let's add 8 pixels. Okay, let's save it. Let's see what we got. Okay, looks better. Okay, and let's now add little space between this image and this title. So we will we want to access this image. We access that image, copying this, and with image like this. So now we are styling these 3 images. We want to have little space between this image and this title. Okay, let's add margin bottom. Let's add 10 pixels. Okay, let's save it. Okay, it looks good. Not too bad. Okay, now let's code this button read more. We are going to our index.html file, and let's find where to put our button. We are going to put let's see. We are going to put in here. Okay, so let's add a new div. This div will have class, let's give it class btn holder, and inside this div we will have our button. We will have this button with text read more. So button, okay, with text read more. Okay, let's save it, and this is our button. Now let's style our button. Let's style our button. Let's first style this div that is a wrapper for this button. So also I will copy this main wrapper because this div btn holder is also inside that div main wrapper. As you can see, it ends here, and this is div with class btn holder. Okay, so main wrapper, and we want that btn holder. Let's give it text align center. That will center our button. Let's see, and now our button is centered. As you can see here, this centers our button inside our btn holder div. Okay, let's add some margin top. Let's give it margin top of 70 pixels. Okay, let's see what we got. We want this space to be approximately 70 pixels. You can measure it up. You can see height is 73, but we will give it approximately 70 pixels. Okay, here is our button. Well, now let's style this button. So let's copy this and button. Okay, now we are styling this button. Let's give him some properties. We'll give him border radius because we want to be rounded that button. Let's give him 15 pixels. Okay, background will be white. Okay, let's see what will be the color of this text. I need to click on this text. Okay, copy this color. Okay, and font size will be 18 pixels. So font size 18 pixels, and what we said, color, yes, color, paste that color. Okay, let's give him some padding. Let's give it 15 pixels from top and bottom, and 25 pixels from left and right. Border will be none. Okay, that's it, I think so, for this button. Let's see, and here it is. This is our button. Okay, we done. I will zoom out so you can see. We done now this main layer. Super. What we have to do now, we have only to do this bottom layer, this newsletter layer. Okay, great. Let's now continue working on our HTML. Okay, let me see where to put this newsletter, we will put after this main tag. Okay, let's create a new div with the class. Let's give it class of, for example, let's call it a newsletter. We are building now this bottom layer. Okay, let's give it class newsletter. Okay, inside that class, inside the div, we will also have that container. As you can see, we will put our elements inside that container div. So we'll have div with the class container. Okay, and let's create a new div. I will zoom in so you can see. Let's create a div that will have this text, this newsletter text, and this paragraph text, and we'll have form from this input and this button. So let's first create a div for this text. So let's say div. This div will have class, let's call it like this, txt news. Okay, inside here we are going to have this text newsletter. Okay, and some paragraph. Let's copy this text. Okay. Okay, super. That is our div with this text. Let's now style this newsletter, this div with class newsletter. We have for now, if you can see in here, this is our on the bottom, this is our div with the class newsletter. Let's style it now. So we are going to first we need this image, this big image. Let's find this image. I think that this is no where is that image? Okay, this is that image. Okay, let's convert this image into smart object. Let's edit contents. Okay, now I need to crop this image, so press C, or you have this icon. Okay, and like this, crop. Okay, great. Now I need to export this image, so go to File, Save for Web, and I will save this image as a JPEG. Okay, save, and I will call this image newsletter. Okay, great. I will close this tab. Okay, and now I want to style that div and give him the background of that image we just saved. This div with this class newsletter, I will give him that background. Okay, so newsletter. Okay, let's say background. Background will have this URL. Okay, we need to get out of CSS folder and go into images folder. So double dots / images. We go inside images folder and this newsletter image. Okay, background repeat, none. Okay, let's say background size will be cover, and we need a minimal height for this image. Let's go back, choose the select, and let's see what is height of this image. It's 384 pixels. Okay, so mean height is 384 pixels. Okay, super. Let's see what we got. And here it is. Now we have this image. Let's give 383 pixels. Okay, let's close this. Okay, it looks good. Now we need to style this text, so let's do this. First we're going to also give our container position relative inside this div with class newsletter, so let's do that. Okay, and what we want now, we want a little space from this border to this. Okay, because now in our case this text newsletter is right near this border, so let's give him some space. Let's give him space of 100 pixels. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, now it's better, as you can see. Next, what are we going to do? Now let's style this this div with this class txt news. Okay, let's like this. Okay, we want that text be centered inside that div, so let's give him text align center, and color will be white. Okay, let's save it. And here it is center and it is white. Let's now style each this text and this paragraph. So let's again select this text so we can see what is his font size and color. Font size is 30 pixels. This is that H4. Okay, copy this H4, font size 30 pixels. We don't need to specify color actually, because we specify color inside this div txt news. Okay, so font size is 30 pixels, and let's give him some margin bottom of 10 pixels. Okay, now you can see we have little space from this text and this text. Let's now style this text. That is p tag, so copy this. Okay, and let's see what is size of this text. It is 15 pixels. Okay, 15 pixels. Let's give him some line height. We need some space between this row of text. Okay, as you can see, there are two. I didn't give him break in two rows, so let's give him little break. I will give him, let's see where, let's go back, and in here I will give a line break tag br. Okay, save it. Let's give it also line height of 1.9. okay, and margin bottom of 25 pixels. Okay, it looks good. Yes, it looks pretty good. Okay, now we need to add this form. Okay, let's do that. So let's go back to our editor, to our index.html file, and below this div with class txt news, let's create form. Okay, inside form we are going to have one input for email and one input of type button. Okay, let's create that. So we have input type text. Okay, placeholder is text that is inside this input. As you can see, it is email address, so email address, and let's give him class of email. Okay, we'll have another input, this time with input type of button, this button, and this text sign up. We will add value and that text. Okay, and let's give him also class of sign up. Okay, let's save. This is our form. Now we need to center and to style this form. Okay, let's do that. Let's go back to our main CSS file. Okay, and let's first style our form. Our form is also inside our newsletter. Inside our newsletter div. Inside our div with class newsletter. So to access our form, we need to type newsletter and form. Okay, let's give it text align of center. As you can see, this now our two inputs aren't centered inside this. So let's give them that center, and now we have centered our two elements inside our form. Okay, now let's style our email input. So I will copy this, and what is name of our class? It is email. Okay, okay, what we want, let's see, let's okay, let's add him some padding, 10 pixels. Okay, because it is rounded. Let's add in border radius. Let's give him 20 pixels. Position, let's give him relative. Okay. Let's add some left. It will have width of 250 pixels. Okay. Background. Let's give him background gray. Okay. As you can see, it has little opacity in here, so let's give him that opacity. Let's give opacity of 0.5. Okay. Color is white, as you can see in here, and let's give him border, this border around this input, 1 pixel, solid white. Okay, and let's save this to see what we got. I will turn off for now. Okay, we have this. When we start typing, text is white, but first time you can see that placeholder isn't white. So let's change color of that text before we click inside this input, and as you can see, it is white color of this placeholder. To do that, you need to do this. So do this, and we need to access that placeholder like this. Color will be white. Okay. Let's scroll to see, and as you can see, color of placeholder before we start to type is white. Okay, super. Let's go back, and what we need to do, that is left, we need to style this input type button. Okay, with this class sign up. So let's copy this, access with that sign up. Okay, let's give him also position relative. He'll be now right, 25 pixel. Let's give him some padding of 10 pixel, for example. Okay, this button is also rounded, so let's give him border radius. Let's give him 20 pixel. Let's give him width of 150 pixel. Okay, background is white. Okay, super, and let's give him also border. Okay, let's see what we got. Here it is, it looks great. Okay, let's inspect this, see how it looks. It looks, I would say, great. Okay, we'll learn how we can convert PSD to HTML. As you can see, it isn't that complicated, and I hope you will learn something new in this lesson, and I will see you in next.